The Strange Trials of the Salem. Soon after being brought to the West, tomatoes were initially thought to be a fruit that was deadly. Yes, tomato, those juicy red things people put on your burgers or in your salads. They held a trial against tomatoes. Soon after being brought to the West, tomatoes were initially thought to be a fruit that was deadly. After all, in nature, red typically denotes danger. Because of its moderate aphrodisiac effects, the tomato was also regarded as a sinful food during the 1500s and 1800s. One of the fruit's earliest growers in the United States, John Gerard, a barber and surgeon, thought it was deadly because it contained trace amounts of tomatine, a toxin. Although tomatoes do have very low levels of toxic content, we now know that they are not at all dangerous. The tomato trial. Given all of that context and the fact that Salem residents adore a wild trial, it should come as no surprise that tomatoes were put on trial for their toxicity in the town's courtroom in 1820. Colonel Robert Gibbon Johnson was one of the people who didn't think the tomato was deadly. He had even started hosting contests every year to see who could grow the biggest tomatoes. The kind colonel even provided the winner with a reward. What a madman, not only that, but he had been regularly eating them. Nevertheless, the general people continued to view Colonel Johnson as a crazy man and the tomato as an aesthetic plant rather than a food crop. A case to make. Colonel Johnson approached the assembled audience with a basket of tomatoes in his hand, knowing that something dramatic had to be done to dispel the anxiety that was permeating the courthouse. To the terror of the onlookers, Johnson continued to eat his way through the lethal fruit with steely determination and unwavering nerve. He went through each tomato in the basket one by one, appearing to be having a great time. There was a lot of disappointment in store for those who came expecting to witness blood. After his nutritious afternoon snack, Johnson remained steadfast in defiance of every scientific and theological theory. After this dramatic turning point, the purported toxicity of the tomato was completely disregarded. The cuisine was later transformed into something grown in. You deserve a tip of the cap, Colonel Johnson.